just got back from a little road trip and I have successfully retrieved a powertrain for our Datsun B210, fully equipped with a 5-speed manual transmission. Here she is. I'm all up in the middle of this project right now, even though this is the intro. 1975 Datsun B210. They never made a cooler car. This is it. I am in fact restoring this car, I being your host who will help you navigate through this project. You're in safe hands. I am the one and only infamous Kentucky Yankee without a doubt. I'm going to remove the front fenders so that I can start repairing the front core support. I think we're going to be in for a little challenge because there is Bondo over the top of the fender bolts, and that's usually not an indication of a car that hasn't been worked on. Both fenders, you probably can't see it, there's a little line right here, you might be able to. From there, all the way down to here, it's like there's a piece of tape or something, or metal or something, and I think it's been pop riveted on both sides. So we'll remove them and see what it looks like. I've just got to be able to get a socket on this. I was thinking yesterday, if I was going to pick a car, my favorite one I had to keep, and I had unlimited money to buy it, what would it be? When you actually stop to think about it, this is much more difficult to figure out than you would think. I'm all about some imports. I like late 70s Honda Civic wagons, Toyotas, Corollas, Celicas. But if I had to choose one, believe it or not, it would actually be this car right here. And I'll tell you why. The reason I'd choose this car is because it's like a little mini muscle car. As far as domestic goes, what car or truck would I get? I thought about this long and hard too. It'd be a 70 Cuda, lime green with a broken black stripe down it, just like they were factory. When I was growing up in upstate New York, there was one parked in front of Pizza Supreme. It is stained in my brain. I would love to have one. So now I ask you, the audience, take your time and think about what car or truck you would love to have. Only one. You have unlimited cash and you have to keep it. What would it be? Blow up the comment section below and don't forget to tell us all why you would choose that vehicle. Not really what you want to see. Sorry, I can't concentrate. I was trying to make a short. Anyways, not what you really want to see. A bunch of dirt piled up on this part of the car. At the same time, you better expect to see it. Under the fender is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Wasn't gonna rust because they pop riveted a piece of aluminum on there before they bondoed it up. Amazing how much dirt collected up in these pieces. It's like I got my work cut out for me. This hole right here, there's one here, one on the other side, there's one on each side of the top. What that is for is to line this thing up on here. Must be from the factory, and I just learned that. Joshua taught me that the other day. This car was just so filthy, I decided to pressure wash it out before I got started, kind of give myself a clean slate. There was so much just nasty dirt and stuff all in it, and I got the fan on there blowing to dry it up. I hated to get it so wet again, but I don't think it'll hurt it. We've certainly got some work to do on this unit, but I think we can handle it. There's no backing out now. I've come this far. I'm not going to back up. I'm going to just get the job done. I'm still enthusiastic about it. I'm still looking forward to getting this thing moving. There's a lot of good to this unit, and there's a lot of bad to this unit. We'll sort through it and restore this puppy. I gotta go get some sheet metal, but I just realized I hadn't checked the oil or coolant in this thing for quite some time. It's a little low. Coolant's full, that's good. I don't have any zinc oil, so this will have to do for now. Some oil is better than no oil. I've got a great place to get metal, but it is about an hour away, so a little bit of a ride. Just filled up with petrol. This old man pulls up in like a 3/4 ton Chevrolet with a flatbed on it. As he's turning in, the ball joints are popping, everything's creaking and popping. He opens the door rubs against the fender and pops. He hops out. He's a heavy set older gentleman, let's say. Starts pumping his gas, and I notice on his back glass he's got a sticker that says, "Ain't scared." Well, guess what? Everybody around you is, including this Benny. Oh. 76 pounds. Getting started trying to come up with a plan. I broke this to a 90 and then I cut slits in it here and then formed it and welded them back up. I don't have a shrinker. I've got this piece all made. It's 3 pieces total and it fits right on here like that. The next step's gonna be to trim it here and then trim it down here so it's only a 1/2 inch lip. I can't trim it here until I clean this up down here and get it pressed up flat against the body there. This is all cleaned up here. There's no lip on it anymore. I cut this lip on this metal, cleaned it up. Now it's gonna go on here like this, and I'll put a couple self-tappers in here to hold it in place. Now I'll trace this so I know where to cut it. I'll trace this piece here from the back and then cut it. First piece to the puzzle is completed. We're still going to need several more pieces. I've got to cut this section of metal out because it's really rusty. See, it's even got holes in it. Here is a seam here, and I'm going to cut along there and replace it. That's why I made this piece first, so I'd have something to go by when I cut this out. Everything has to be in the exact right spot for the fender to line up properly. Taking time to try and preserve every piece the best I can. This has a curve on the top of it. It's not just flat, so I can use it maybe to try and line things up. I'm going to tack this piece in place right now up here. That'll help to guide where this one belongs, which I think I have in the right place right now too. Want to make sure I'm not way off track. It's looking good. Everything's fitting up good. When I push down on this fender just a little bit, it'll be in the right spot. So we'll carry on.
What kind of junk have you brought home tonight?
It's my neighbor Brandon.
Even the low glow lights is broke under it. We can't even pimp in that thing.
How could you even notice that?
Because I see it.
This is a 2001 Nissan Frontier. It has a KA24 DE engine in it. The reason that one spark plug wire is out is because the spark plug is broke off in there. The only part that's still in is the very bottom part of it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I meant to film it, but I just wanted to see what it'd do, so I cranked it over and it fired right up. It shot something out of that cylinder, and I think it was the top of the spark plug. I might be able to get that out, I'm not sure, without taking the head off. I just fired it up and then turned it right off, so let's try it and see what it does. Oh. Rough. Smoothing out. That one cylinder, of course, is missing. There it goes. It's running. I hope there's no damage done the inside of the cylinder. Like if some porcelain got in there, I'm not sure. Clutch is all the way to the floor. It's got no clutch, so I can't. The engine, other than that cylinder missing, the engine's running great. Well, that's enough of that. It does run, so that's a good thing. Maybe I can get the tip of that spark plug out that's down in there. I'd show it to you if I could, but I can hardly see it myself. Anyways, this is the engine and transmission that is hopefully going into the B210. If I can get that broken plug out of there, it'll be unheard of. What I'm gonna do is start the engine, warm it up like really good, and then try to take it out with an easy out. I figure when it's warm, the aluminum will expand. Maybe it'll come out of there. Otherwise, I gotta take the head off. Oh, these dangerous little hands. Those threads are a mile deep. $27 foot-pounds, man. Now. Oh, that's that oil burn by. The truck has absolutely no clutch pedal. The man that sold me this truck gave me these parts with it. It is a slave cylinder and a master cylinder for the clutch. I'm just going to put the master cylinder on. I think that'll work. I want to yard drive this thing and see how the transmission shifts. Let's see if I can get, oh, I thought maybe I could get into the door if I took the block off plate off, but it's got two block off plates. I'm getting a good pedal, starting to. Need to bleed a little bit more. It's tough because the line coming out of the master cylinder goes straight up. Well, that's hard to get that fluid to get started moving. I do have a problem with this truck. It's in too good a shape. I hate to disassemble it for the engine and transmission, but it's gonna have to happen, I guess. Time to see what this thing is made of. Started it off in reverse. Whoop. Reverse is working quite well. First, there we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice. Second. So far we got good synchronizers. Normally if they're bad, they'll be from first to second, or at least a lot of the time they will. We are yard driving. She's not on the road just yet. Oh, I don't think it ever will be, but see if I can get third in the yard here. Speedo works. Rev limiter works. Third's nice. Fourth. Fifth. Oh man. Just went through all the gears. This is a delight. This little truck. It's wonderful, actually. I hate to tear it apart. Going around the vicinity here. This thing is pretty cool. Nice little truck. Well, you never know about people when you go to buy stuff, but this guy seemed all right. Nicholas was very honest with me, and he's looking forward actually to this engine going in my Datsun B210. On the last video I posted, I said I wanted to be filthy rich and famous. I misspoke. I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression about me. It's not necessary that I become famous. I just simply want to be filthy, disgustingly, obnoxiously rich. You can help with that. Hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the hype button, and share my videos. If you are new here and you don't know who this greedy little guy is, I am the one and only infamous Kentucky Yankee without a doubt. If you endured this video all the way to the end and you loved it, please comment below, Kentucky Yankee, we want more. If you suffered through this entire video and hated every second of it, please comment below, Kentucky Yankee, you suck. Tune in again soon and we will do some more work to the Datsun B210. We'll see you next time.